Welcome to the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi After the Show podcast.
Favorite day where we dig into more of your comments and questions from Instagram, Facebook, and emails at murphysamandjodi.com. Guys, we're going to cover everything from party ideas for the holidays to true crime podcast recommendations.
For the holidays?
Yeah. Just for any day. To your social dilemma, Sam, which what's so funny is Sam has more than that one social dilemma, but the one that you shared this week.
Yeah.
About being asked to basketball games and not really loving basketball. In fact, would you like to start with that?
Sure.
Let's do it. These are some recommendations that came. Rhonda says you don't have to go, but you get to spend time making memories with your family.
Yeah.
And if your son coaches, tell them that you're coming, support him, and then you don't have to stay for the whole game. Leave when you're ready.
That's exactly what I did.
Very good. Those are all good ideas. And she also says this, you might want to start learning about basketball since wait for the reason.
Oh, okay.
Since there may be a good chance that your Hollis will play.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Dad being a coach and all of that, you're going to want to know. It's fast and fun. I know it's not your game. I'm not trying to make you like it, but
yeah,
it's at least fast.
Yeah, it is.
It's quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Jennifer.
You sound anti-basketball. It's weird. It's because most people are like, I don't like it, but you actually sound anti-basketball.
I'm trying not to sound that way, but
Yeah.
Basketball really has never done. I mean, I used to play when I was little.
Right.
But it just never has done anything.
And look,
for
I'm
me.
not for trying to make somebody like something that they don't. You're not supposed to like everything.
Right,
in
exactly.
life.
I just didn't know if there was a
Just
reason that you don't like basketball.
Well, when I was 10, no.
Okay.
Because there's a
You
lot of
don't
stuff
have
like
to.
that I'm not particularly interested in, but it doesn't mean I dislike it.
He'd show up
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And you have shown up to it and will continue.
Football,
likely.
I get into football. It's always been my, one of my sports.
Me
It's
too.
just-
That's the sport.
And then
for me.
baseball. Baseball, to me, I understand it. I understand the thinking about certain things and strategy. So it's fun to just sit up in the stands and watch that play out. And it's really great to watch that on a major league level.
Right.
But then there's basketball.
Yes. But remember.
Basketball is the Three Musketeers in my life.
Fine. But listen, then make it. It's not about basketball. It's about family.
Yeah, it is.
When you're invited, it's about family. Okay? What if you met some awesome woman who loved basketball? You would show up, and then you'd eventually show yourself to her, like, I hate basketball.
I thought you were going to say, what if you met an awesome woman while you were at the game? And I was like, you know where I go to these games, right?
Okay, you might you meet an awesome woman there.
So let me ask you this.
Your attitude.
Like Michael Jordan and, documentaries on some of the legendary superstars in NBA over the years.
No interest?
Are you not interested in that either?
I watched that one.
Right.
The
But
Last
it was about
Dance.
the person. It wasn't really about how
It was
he-
about him
Right.
as a person. There was a lot of basketball in it, obviously, but it was about
I guess what I'm
his
saying
drive.
is because there's a whole lot that's come out, even though it's not my, primary sport either. There's just a lot that's come out of it. You know?
I used to play basketball, guys. I find it fast and fun.
We had a
Anyway.
basketball goal in our backyard growing
Yeah.
up. So, yeah, I
Shot hoops.
Yeah, threw the rock.
Jennifer sent this in. My parents became soccer fans. I'm the oldest of 4, and we all played starting in elementary through high school. There's a 12-year age gap between me and the youngest, so that was 20-plus years of soccer games for them.
Yeah.
They weren't fans to start. And even now, as adults, all 4 of us are pretty enthusiastic, loud, and boisterous, without alcohol, watchers of soccer, especially the big tourneys. My mother remarried after 16 years of widowhood, and the first family get-together fell during a World Cup. I'm not sure her second husband has recovered from witnessing her crazy kids watching soccer.
Wow.
So you just never know. In other words, that point being brought up that there are parents who end up going to sporting events for years, for decades, and it wasn't their jam, but they're there for their kids.
Right.
It's about family.
Yep.
So.
And every sport, everybody's got their, there are hockey fans and there are people that aren't big fans of hockey. I mean, that's why the world of sport is what it is. There's so many
so
choices.
much variety. There really is. Okay, moving on to pecan pie brownies. One of our favorite recipes we have ever offered you. It's in our family favorites at murphysamandjodi.com. Danielle said, I think my family enjoys these now more than pecan pie. They definitely have been a favorite every year and will be from now on. Yay. I can't wait to eat that next week.
Yeah.
And
it's like the best of both worlds.
if something happens, and my cousin Candace, who has a busy life, she works and juggles a lot in life. If she shows up and has not had a chance to make them, I will go to the store and get the stuff and make them because now it's something that we have to have. Okay, Kathy said, talking about holiday party. We talked about holiday party ideas, like cookie swap is a good one.
Yeah.
Everybody brings a board. You could host and say, bring a small board, whatever you want to be on it, and that would be a fun party. And then the hostess just provides drinks in the place. Kathy said, talking about these ideas, how about a pie buffet? Use single graham cracker pie crust and then various pie fillings in different bowls all around. You could also add pudding cups, sprinkles, cookie crumbles, cheesecake. Everybody makes their own pie. And Kathy, I'm going to add to that whipped cream.
That's an interesting idea.
It is cool.
I wouldn't have thought of that. That's sounds like fun.
Shout out, Kathy.
Can you just pour and eat though, or does it have to go in the fridge and set?
Kathy, welcome to Murphy.
I'm not a pie maker. I'm just asking.
I think
the reason I say that is because anytime you've ever made a pie, you've always told me don't touch it for 2 hours because
if it's a cold thing and it needs to be in the refrigerator and set, S-E-T, yes.
Yes.
But
yes, not set. That's what I meant. I did.
Depends on where you're saying that.
True. If you're a host at it and you're doing a pie buffet party, you think of these things. If it's hot stuff, you put it on a warmer. If it's cold stuff, you put it in ice somehow, on ice. There are ways to keep things cold on a buffet and ways to keep things hot on a buffet. You just have to have some thought put into it.
Yeah.
You just do.
Yeah.
We kind of did that, Kathy, this year at our oldest, Taylor, when she graduated from college. She said, Mom, I just want a cheese party. She loves cheese. So I had cheese boards all over the place. I overdid it. And we had cheesecakes, and that was the hit. Mm-hmm. Everybody would get a piece of cheesecake, and then I had all the stuff. I had whipped cream, and I think Oreo toppings, and we had caramel sauce.
Yeah.
And all of that.
You had all the toppings.
It was fun.
It really could have been just a cheesecake party in hindsight, right?
100% could have been just a sweets party. I know. That big board, that picture of me in front of that big board, the biggest one I've ever made was for that party.
Yeah.
I overdid it. But also that's a mom going, I love you. I'm throwing a party for you. I'm overdoing it because I overlove you.
Yeah. The good news is I don't think anything went to waste.
No, we ate on it for a week. It seemed like that board. Yeah. What do we have tonight?
I thought I was going to turn into salami by the end of the week.
All right. Thank you for the pie buffet idea, Kathy. Fantastic.
Hey, can we go back to the pecan pie brownies quick?
Uh-huh.
I didn't look at the recipe yet, but I'm thinking I might want to make these.
Yes.
When you take it out the oven, the brownie part, while it's hot, is that when you pour the stuff over, or do you wait a little?
I don't remember. Understand, I've never made it. I've only eaten them. Candace always made it, but that info is on the website.
Oh, okay.
It might not matter.
Okay.
Just remember, don't buy the fudge-like brownies.
Yeah.
Cake-like brownies, because you're pouring something hot and warm
molten
on top of it. It's so good. Good question, though. Jennifer sent this in. Jodi and guys, you should check out the podcast Hitman. It is a fascinating. This is because we talk about. I've listened to a lot of true crime podcasts lately. Like I'll go on these long walks and I've listened to the beginning, middle, and end of a whole story.
Have you listened to anything other than 48 Hours?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
2020. And something else. Junkies? I remember. There's so many. She said, Hitman is a fascinating intersection of true crime and First Amendment protections of free press. So thank you for the heads up.
What does true crime, meaning that journalists are injured in this? What does that mean?
I don't know. That's all she sent.
We need to look that up and see. I'm curious now. When Hitman, there was a book called Hitman that came out 25 years ago.
Yeah.
But it was the story of the mafia's influence in the record industry.
Oh.
The word hit being the play on words. With, songs that were the biggest hits.
Ha.
I don't think people were being killed in the book. It was just the...
Well, you never know.
Well, yeah, you don't ever know. So what was the influence? You read it, right?
Well, I only read bits and pieces of it. Bits and pieces of it.
So were they like... Was it Frank Sinatra?
I don't remember. You're asking me questions
okay.
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, anyway, thank you for that, Jennifer. Her podcast that she's recommending is called Hitman.
Okay.
Hitman being the book that Murphy read. Okay. And one more. I want to get to this. Oh, this is sweet. This is from Diane regarding our food pantries, thinking of other things than just canned goods to donate to a food bank, meaning, can openers and cake mix, and if you can, butter and eggs and things like that. Those are luxury items almost at a food bank. Meats, but talk to whichever, food bank or pantry you want to donate to see what they're in need of and what they will and can accept.
Yeah. Also consider money donations to those food banks too, because food banks usually have arrangements with food suppliers where you can give them $1 and it's not going to buy what you get for $1. It's going to buy more.
Much more.
Yeah.
Correct. Monetary donations let them, fill up those gaps that they have naturally. Diana sent this, and I love you for it. Many food pantries do accept pet food as well.
Oh.
Pets help people survive in difficult situations with their unconditional love, and it is healthier for them to have the proper food instead of people food. Correct, Diana.
That's really smart. I honestly had never thought of that.
I saw that on a list I looked at. It was kind of low at the bottom, but there are a lot of families who love to get cat food and dog food along with their own food if they're, grabbing things from a local food pantry.
Yeah.
Thank you for connecting with us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and murphysamandjodi.com.
Missed any part of the show? Get it all on the Murphy, Sam, and Jodi podcast.